Hello and welcome to the Philippines. A new apartment, a new business, and we're going to take a tricycle to J Mall from here. And this isn't my new apartment, it's a friend's new apartment. The place he was living in, the landlord said he wanted to do some remodeling, refurbishing, and this was actually a blessing in disguise. He had been getting rent increases over the years. He's been here, I think, about 8 years in the Philippines. And this is a new townhouse. He calls it an apartment, but I think technically it's a townhouse. And paying 15,000 pesos a month, about 300 US dollars. Many of you asked me to show you some units that are less expensive. And there are hundreds, probably thousands of these types of units around, apartments, townhouses, that are available for 15,000, even 10,000, 8,000 pesos. And look around the kitchen here. If a person wanted to spend just a little bit of money and put in some decent shelving and that type of thing, they just moved in here, so not as organized as it probably will be in a month from now. But so pardon that. They moved a lot of stuff from their old place. And the CR situation here, the one down here, my friend's partner works days, has a couple businesses, and I'll get into her businesses a little bit later. He's invested a bit in. Some of you have invested in Sari Sari stores. And anyway, this is her child down here, and she has a nanny taking care of the child. So she works a regular job, plus she has a couple of businesses. So she gets, I think, 11 to 15,000 every month on her regular job, and then she makes some money with her Sari Sari stores as well. And she found this place. If the foreigner found it, would the price be the same or go up? I don't know. Anyway, he's got 3 televisions. He's got satellite television. He's got his private stash refrigerator, small refrigerator up here on the second level. And this bedroom is for, I think there's 3 or 4 girls that stay here, work different shifts. Not sure all the details there, so don't want to start any rumors. They've got a balcony. I'll show you that. Got lots of fans going, which is good most of the time. They've got a number of air conditioning units as well if they want to cool down a bit. Another CR up here. This is the second CR. And what you might call the master bedroom. The master's bedroom. He's got a rechargeable fan there, one of those battery operated ones that if the power goes out, that will still run. He's got his 3 televisions hooked up to Signal satellite cable vision. And a bit of a balcony out here, which is kind of nice. And it's got the wash was done, and got that out here. I'm not sure if they have a washing machine, or a lot of Filipinos still get a lot of exercise doing wash by hand. I don't remember seeing a wash machine, but there may be one there. Anyway, look around there. Different projects have different rules, and here some of the neighbors put up their own little coverings over their car parks there. So they're fairly lenient here. There's the satellite for the satellite television down there, Signal. And he says he gets really good signal out of that thing. Not sure what. They don't have Wi-Fi though. Don't have Wi-Fi. Now we're going to walk. Get hobble hobble here. Motorbike taxis. These guys will take you almost anywhere. A lot of them. They can go on any of the roads, whereas the tricycles are a little bit limited on what roads they can be on. This is the businesses he and his partner have invested in. This is a new bakery. They're just opened up. And the equipment, bought some of the equipment used and some of it new. Obviously, a lot of companies have gone out of business during this present medical crisis. And I don't know what all this stuff does, but it looks like some kind of a press, flatten the bread or whatever it does. And some sort of mixer. They bought some stuff new and some used. I think they've got 3 or 4 units here, and I think the price, the rental price for the units, there's an abundance of open units with so many businesses going out of business during this crisis, and I think they're paying 11,000 pesos a month for 3 units. This is the bakery manufacturing area where we are, and the bakery part there. And this is one of 2 Sari Sari stores. They sell rice. They sell single packets of shampoos and conditioner, soaps, sodas. I think they do a little bit of cooking, and that's what a lot of Filipinos do. They buy single packets. Somebody mentioned that this is a 1 egg economy. If they need 1 egg, they buy 1 egg. If they need 1 pack of shampoo, they buy 1 pack of shampoo. All right. Anyway, we're gonna take a tricycle ride. Yeah. 25 pesos, 50 U.S. cents from here to J Center Mall, where immigration is. 3 of us, and we're taking 3 tricycles. That's the rules under the present medical situation. And we're taking the back roads. Tricycles aren't supposed to be out on many of the main roads. So interesting ride back here. And those of you who have been in the Philippines, who have traveled a little bit by tricycle or hobble, you will understand what I'm talking about. They're often using back roads. Back taxis sometimes will do that as well. Pardon me, I had a bit of a hiccup going there for a while. I don't get those very often. But when you get them, you have to deal with them one way or the other. And a number of different types of businesses back here. As I've stated on many videos, there is a densely populated, a very dense population in many parts of the Philippines. And something I saw in many U.S. cities, you seldom see people out walking around, and it almost seems like a sterile. Where is everybody? They're in their air-conditioned houses, heated houses, in the wintertime, of course, watching their televisions, playing on their electronic machines, whatever. Anyway, here you see hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people out on the street, living life. That's one thing I really like about the Philippines. A lot of people out. When I get out and walk, I can stop and talk to virtually anyone, and I mean virtually anyone, from the guy who is living and sleeping on the sidewalk. I can greet him, and he will greet me, hello, good afternoon. Unless they're extremely busy with somebody else, some customer, almost everybody will stop and chat with me. Something that I think you will seldom find in most nations around the world. One of the many reasons I love the Philippines. I've stated it before in videos, and I'll state it again. If you're looking for a place outside of the more high-end, like Cebu Business District or IT Park, find yourself a Filipino friend who can help look around. The Filipinos are the most networked people in the world, probably. They know somebody who knows somebody who owns property to rent or to sell. So you just start asking around. And have an idea what you want and what you don't want, so you're not running around for everything. Some infrastructure projects going here. Everybody sees the camera. Hello, Joe. In fact, my friend's partner found this apartment as they had to move, and he's pretty happy with the number one, the location, very close to her businesses, and not very far from J Center Mall. He is presently, I think he's part owner of the World Travelers Restobar there, and anyway, he goes up there, has been going up there almost for several years, 4 years or so, almost every day to have coffee, read the paper, enjoy his time there. Anyway, it's just down the hall from Immigration, which is on the second floor there. One thing about these tricycles, I don't think I've ridden any tricycles that have shock absorbers, so they can be a bit of a rough ride, and if you aren't careful, you can knock your head on the framework pretty easily, so be careful there. There are different styles of these tricycles in different parts of the Philippines. Depends upon the manufacturer. Some are very small, maybe only one person can fit inside, aerodynamic shape, even though they don't have to be because they're not going to go very fast. Others, they can pack in several passengers. They might get 5 or 7 passengers on there and a little bit of freight as well. Some provinces, you'll see freight piled up on top of that roof area there. So it just depends upon the area, really. But it's good to see people out, commerce starting back up, even though the tourist industry, the airlines, the resorts, the hotels are still hurting over a year later after the initial lockdown. Part of the economy is started back up, and a few more people working. Still many less people in the malls. Here's J Center Mall here. We're going to do a U-turn. He's going to drop us off here. So hopefully in the very near future they will start opening up to tourism. Here, many countries depend upon a big percentage of their economy is tourism. Anyway, thanks for coming along for the ride today. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.